the best defense is an offense. And so year-round maintenance of your trees is really the best thing you can do to maintain their health and ensure that they're not going to be a risk during storms. In general, it's what we call right tree, right place. So if you're going to plant under a power line, there are certain trees that do better. Live oaks are not a great option because they get big and they get wide, as you can see behind me. You're looking at a smaller ornamental tree. So we will eventually have a guide to picking the right tree for the right place on our website. We're updating our website at the moment and working on that resource. But really it's just the Arbor Day Foundation has a resource that's helpful right now. And it's just making sure you're going to pick a smaller tree under that, or if you don't plant too close to your house, so you just need to think about, it could look like a little cute seedling now, but think about what it's going to grow into and what that crown spread's going to look like, what the height's going to look like, and just making sure that you're planting a tree that's going to do well and provide shade and provide all the great things trees do, but not end up being a risk in 30 to 40 years. It can be very easy to do a knee-jerk reaction of cutting down on the trees. And you know what? That is one way to eliminate all risk, but you're also eliminating all benefits of trees. Trees clean the air, they provide shade so you can be outside during these sweltering heats, they provide habitat. There's just so many benefits of trees that by taking these steps to take care of them, you can mitigate most of the risk around trees and storms, and that's really, I think, the way to enjoy the best of all worlds and to make sure that we maintain a healthy tree canopy as a city. We have 4 steps to hurricane tree maintenance. It's identify, inspect, prune, and protect. So what you first want to do when you're looking at your trees is look for signs of weakness. So look for signs of decay, any dead branches. If the leaves on the edge of a branch are dead, that's a very good sign that there's an issue on the interior of the tree. You want to look for, is there close to buildings? A part of a tree's risk is its proximity to either buildings or people. And so, if a tree falls in the forest, is anyone going to care type of thing. But if it's near your house, you do care. So, just kind of make sure you're keeping an eye on your trees. If you see something that seems risky, the next step is to get it inspected. And so if you're in the city, there's actually a lot of trees that are on city property. So you first need to determine whether or not it's a city tree or a personal tree. You can do that through SAGIS, which you can find through our website as well. And if it's on city property, you can call 311 and then they can come out and inspect it for you. But if it's on private property, you're going to need to call in an inspection, and we suggest a certified arborist. So there's a list on our website of all of the tree care companies in town that have certified arborists. They'll come out, it's pretty much a tree doctor. They'll come out, they'll do an inspection of your tree. They can determine whether or not they think there's structural issues, because a tree can seem perfectly healthy but have structural issues. The actual part of a tree that is delivering nutrients is only the very outside layer of the tree. So the inside heartwood could be perfectly fine, but or could be injured, but the outside is still giving it the leaves nutrients. So they're going to be able to tell if there are any issues with the trees, and then it suggests what you're going to do with it. Usually what you do is a strategic pruning. So it could be weight reduction, so that if a tree is leaning, they'll take weight off the other side so as not to counterbalance it. It could be taking off dead branches in order to kind of mitigate any wind risk. Or they may tell you to take it out should that be the best case scenario for you and for the tree. So, getting a professional arborist to take a look at your tree is the number one thing you can do to prevent tree damage during storms. But that said, even if you were to do all these things, trees are living beings, storms are unpredictable, they can come down, and so at that point we want to make sure that you protect yourself if they do come down. And so that number one means don't touch a tree that has touched a power line. So if it comes down on a power line, call Georgia Power. That number's on our website and on their website. Number two, if it seems to have damaged a gas line, call 311 or call your gas provider. So pretty much need to make sure that it's safe to even approach. And if someone gets hurt, call 911, obviously, first and foremost. But then if it is down, trees that are down are under stress and act unpredictably. So we really don't suggest that you go out with a chainsaw and start cutting it up. At that point, also calling in a tree care company to do the removal is the safest way to proceed, because you just don't know how, trees that's a lot of weight, and when they're down, you just don't know how they're going to react. So, just making sure you're protecting yourself, calling in professionals where necessary. All of this is on our Savannah Tree Foundation Hurricane Prep Guide, which can be found on our website. It's savannahtree.com/hurricane-prep. So we walk you through all the steps on how to go through. There's a video of what an arborist inspection looks like. And there's a list of all the arborists that you can contact to do this. But again, this is ongoing. We like to remind people, we've started reminding people in June about this. Hurricane season is picking up now, but severe weather happens all throughout the year, and the best time to get your trees looked at was yesterday. The next best time is today.